Welcome to humanity. This is our one.
Whatever it takes, we got to say whatever it takes is what it took.
This is Brock Lesnar, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Yo, hi, this is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to listen to Fight Net Radio.
Lee Harvey Oswald, what's your name? How am I supposed to know you?
This is Frank Shamrock. We're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Hi, this is Nia, the Knockout St. John, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio, and there's no way I would ever touch Lee.
This is Chuck Jackson.
I am Stephen Bonner, and you're listening to Fight Net
Glenn
Radio.
Henderson, you're listening to Fight Net Radio.
Everybody, welcome to Fight Net Radio, where Lee's burning every bridge there is out there. All right.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. I'll fight anybody on FightNetRadio.com.
Hey, I'm the king of the world! Hold it, you're not that crazy. I'm a bad man! Wait, I took up the world!
Hi everyone, welcome to Fight Net Radio special. Hashtag Pac Vargas. I don't even know who came up with that hashtag. Is it because people can't spell Pacquiao? This special episode is all about your fight this weekend. Pacquiao versus Vargas. My name's Lee Honish. If you've never listened to the show, I am the guy who says all the funny, haha, controversial, exciting stuff. On the other side of this microphone is Andrew Labouche. He is a writer, and he is a fan, first and foremost. How are you this evening, Andrew?
Doing good, Lee. Got one day till Friday, then the fight. And it's the start of a great run, really. This weekend, boxing's back. It's a good thing. It's a good.
Well, and it's all in Vegas apparently for the next, several weeks.
Yes.
So
Yes.
It works out really well for me. For those of you who are longtime listeners to the show, wondering why I'm being so professional, that's because I'm actually working as a rail press guy this week. I went to the final press conference on Wednesday, and I forgot I had a press pass. Honestly, I just sort of sat there at the table. I'm not going to say what writers I sat with, but a couple of notable writers, and one of them was not Dan Rayfield. I'm surprised at how little he eats at a buffet. Oh, well, I digress. So I was sitting up at the front table with a couple of writers, and we were watching the press conference. Now, for those of you who have not watched the press conference, you can go back and watch it. Andrew, have you had a chance to look at the final press conference?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Okay.
What happened?
The one thing that I was noting, well, let's take it in order. Bob Arum did a 45-minute introduction in trying to say the names of the sponsors, which just literally was worth the price of admission. I'm glad I drove to Vegas just to watch Bob read the names of the sponsors because he butchered them.
Nice.
If you guys think that I
Nice.
butcher shit on this show, Bob butchered the names of these sponsors. It was quite fantastic. All right. With that said, they get into it. And the first person who really spoke was Johnny Avello, who is the VP for the Race and Sports Book of the Win, to talk about the betting for this fight. For those of you who are unaware, the online site started it at 12-1. Vegas originally went off at 8-1.
Wow.
There was a quick early amount of betting put into play. The odds dropped a little bit, evened out. And now most of the sources are all floating around 5-1. So John Avello got up there and he said the word title holder. Introduction. Here's the managers. Introduction. Okay, let's talk to Dewey Cooper. Dewey Cooper gets up there. And the second words out of Dewey...
That's Vargas's trainer. Let him know.
Vargas's trainer, for those that don't know, who looks kind of like Predator from... doesn't he? All right, I'm just saying, he does. But if you haven't seen the tweet that I put out, it happened while I was at the event. So he gets up there and he thanks his mom and dad. This is the biggest stage that he's ever been on. Yeah. He's very excited to be there. And he goes, with all due respect, Mr. Avello, my fighter is not a title holder. And it's kind of offensive. Like, basically, it's offensive that you said that. He's the champion. And I was looking at Jessie Vargas at that moment, and he's kind of smiling and nodding his head and tapping his toe. He's not anxious. He's not upset. He's just sort of, he's like taking it all in. What I was witnessing was Pacquiao's camp is taking this fight all as matter of fact. Like, this is a done deal. Like, go in there, don't do anything stupid, Manny. You're going to win the fight, and you get to fight Mayweather. Which, by the way, I confirmed from multiple sources while I was there. Okay? All Pacquiao has to do is win this fight, and he's got a $100 million payday. But I was watching Jessie Vargas. You know what? He was calm, cool, collected. He was happy. So I watched the whole press conference. Took about 45 minutes to an hour. Manny Pacquiao did his, thank you very much. I'm happy to be the senator. I'm not going to do the bad Manny Pacquiao voice. And so it was over, right? And the fighters are doing their one-on-ones. And I literally forgot for a few minutes that I had a press pass and that I was part of the media. And so I got to be perfectly honest for those of you who listen. I used to actually cover boxing at one point and actually talk to fighters. And it took me a few minutes to actually have my little brain kick in and find the story. You understand that term, Andrew? Where's the story in all this? Is it Manny Pacquiao, the senator, and half of the Philippine island taking photos of him? Is it the fight that's afterwards, Mayweather-Pacquiao? No, you know what the fight was? Hey, Jessie Vargas is having a good time up there. Like, he's having fun. Like, this is all kind of silly. Like, he's literally that loose up there. And it's palpable. And his coach, Dewey Cooper, literally, if he started a cult or a religion or ran for president, I'd follow this guy. Like, I'm buying into the Dewey Cooper stuff. So I'm like, let me go up and talk to some people. So the first person I talked to was Jose Vargas, for those of you who don't know, Jessie Vargas' father. And I said, question, is your son having fun? Is he enjoying all this? He goes, yeah, he is. He's loose. Okay. So then I start to talk to his camp. Now, I'm not going to discuss who I got my following information from the camp, but let's just say this. I talked to everybody in the Vargas camp. Does that help?
It's good. You're doing,
I did not record any of things I'm about to say, so these were given to me off the record. Therefore, I'm not going to reveal my sources. Question number 1 for the Vargas camp. Ready? And by the way, these are substantial. The people that I talked to were all substantial. Does that make it fair? So let's just say Jessie Vargas on down the line. I'm not going to say who I talked to, but they were all there, right down to his manager, okay? Question number 1. Is it my imagination, or is Jessie loose and ready for this fight? Now, this is Dewey Cooper's actual response before I got into the off-the-record stuff with the camp. Yeah. He goes, I beat the kid up for 12 weeks. He's happy to be here. He's happy to be at a camp. He goes, we pushed this kid harder than we pushed anybody ever. And he came through it. I said, all right. Now that I've got the camp all around me and they want to know why I'm so fascinated, I then go into okay, let's talk off the record. Do we all realize here in this camp that if Jessie finishes this fight with Manny Pacquiao still on his feet, he's going to lose this fight? And here was the response. Fuck yeah, we do.
That's what they need. You need that.
Wait. Second question. I said, I'm guessing that we're well aware. He goes, yeah, this is bullshit. They put this fight together as a walkthrough for Pacquiao. They want to kill Brooks. They didn't get Kell Brooks. So this is what it's going to be. And they just assumed that this was an easy fight for their guy. And we're not going to make it easy for him. Nice. Now, the reason I'm saying this is all off the record, I know that Freddie Roach recently, as of today, put out a lot of trash talking about the fighters. This camp has literally in the press taken the high road on everything. The Vargas camp is literally all high road. They haven't done anything stupid. And then, on the way out, I talked to the WBO president. That was pretty cool. He was just standing there. Nobody wanted to talk to him. I asked him and I talked to him and he goes, that's really exciting for us. He goes, it should be a great night. All 4 of the title fights that are happening that evening are all WBO titles. It's probably the biggest single night for the WBO. And they're very excited to be there.
It possibly, yeah. That's a good fight card for them. Yep.
And so I kept poking and prodding at the camp. And my final answer as I walk away, Jessie Vargas is going to win this fight. I'm in. I'm in with... Look, I want to change the odds. That's how far in I am. I absolutely believe Jessie Vargas is legit. I believe that Jessie Vargas... Now, here's where it got crazy. I'm like, could Manny... And I threw this out to the camp. There's no way Manny could have trained properly for this fight.
There's no way.
And this is what was told to me. We have someone on the inside in the Philippines. You do? like, this was a shocking revelation to me. Yeah. And I was told the connection. I'm like, okay, that's a reliable source on your end. He goes, yeah, Manny was training every night, and he was training during the days too. He doesn't do very much as a senator.
He still has to show up, though. He still has to show up. It's taking out of his day, especially with the controversy going on in the country right now. You know the media is going to stick a microphone in front of this man's face more than probably every other politician in the Philippines. So no, look, this is what I feel on this fight. I love your prediction. I love the way you covered it. That was yeah.
Surprisingly professional.
Yeah,
right?
that was good, Lee. And I'm telling you,
aren't those the questions that people want to know? Like, I watched all the other guys with all their video cameras and all their little shows and all their little YouTube stations and all the big networks and Boxeo and every Philippine, like the big cameras, the little cameras, they're all over Manny like a cheap suit, right? And even when they talk to Jessie, it's all very, oh, Dewey, I hear you train with your fighter, and yeah, my fighter doesn't eat ice cream, I don't eat it. You know, they're doing all the normal stuff. I'm like, hey, is this as much bullshit as I think it is? And straight up, the camp's like, yup.
Right. Well, we know that Manny Pacquiao is going to run the show, especially in the media room. Jessie Vargas really isn't known. And he's just a local kid. He's from Las Vegas. Las Vegas doesn't...
I'll go back to what Dewey Cooper said. He's the champion. That's the bottom line.
And that was good that his trainer, I think, said that about him just calling him a title holder. That did sound like if he was just some ordinary fighter in the division, when in reality he holds one of the 4 major titles of boxing. So it was right what Dewey Cooper said. Dewey Cooper, this is his second fight with Jessie Vargas. His first fight, Vargas actually showed some power. He stopped the Saddam Ali kid in 9 rounds. And that was really, you got to look at Jessie Vargas's last 2 fights when you look at where he is right now, because he only has 2 fights in the welterweight division. So, and that's what I'm sticking with. And in both of those fights, one of them, Timothy Bradley, yes, he was losing on the cards, Lee, and the 12th round, Jessie Vargas was losing. But in that 12th round, Jessie Vargas was able to hurt Timothy Bradley in a way that really nobody has. Ruslan Provodnikov had Timothy Bradley beaten as a fighter in the 12th round. It wasn't a head punch where Timothy Bradley was actually as hurt as he was when Jessie Vargas landed the right hand in the 12th round. So Manny Pacquiao went through 3 fights with Timothy Bradley, never made him feel the way that Vargas did in their fight. Timothy Bradley also has great wins over undefeated fighters back in the day like Lamont Peterson, Devin Alexander, and he also has a win over Marquez. Timothy Bradley is legit. He is a legit top 147, and Vargas was right there at 27, 26 years of age, first big fight of his career. He's going up against a legit top 3 welterweight, possibly top 15 in the pound for pound on most lists, I'm guessing. Timothy Bradley was no pushover. Vargas was right there for that win. We all know what happened. The referee stopped the fight 10 seconds early, and they really never gave Vargas a chance to capitalize on how hurt he got Timothy Bradley. In his next fight, he switches trainers. He gets a new trainer, Dewey Cooper. In his next fight, he knocks out an undefeated kid in all.